Taylor Show. Jeff Underwood, Jerry White. What's up?
Yeah,
Mr. Mayor,
yes, sir.
how's the bride?
Oh, she's good. She's good. She's becoming a little bit troublesome, getting closer to the holidays, and just in other people's lives, not in mine. She's doing good. She's a mess. That girl's funny. I don't think people really get to see who Rachel is because she does kind of manage herself and make sure but she's got all that Etowah in her. I mean, those chemicals are real.
Oh, hey. You don't drink hose pipe water and,
No.
and a towel.
That's right, and not have
Exactly
not have an edge at least.
Some may say that she's got the best gig in the business.
I think so.
She's doing such a good job with that company.
There's
And
no doubt. There's no doubt. Emblem Credit Union got it right. They went through a total transformation of their upper end, their C-suite or whatever you want to call it, with Jeff Napper taking over, Rachel, Aaron, and I call the girl Hattie, but her name's Stacy. She's the HR lady. I call her Hattie Who Done It, but she calls me Boo Boo the Fool. So that's the way we worked that out. But Rachel named us, and because if we ever go anywhere with them, she and I have a good time, and Rachel just makes sure we don't go to jail. But no, they did it right. They're growing really, really in a mighty way, and it's calculated growth that Jeff and that group of professionals got together, and they sit in a room and they find a way to go next. Coming to Rainbow City, big part of that.
Huge.
There's no doubt.
So I didn't tell you that I meant to. Somebody texted me a picture and said, "Hey, look, I just got a picture of Joe Taylor." Open it up. It's the Frosty the Snowman sitting at this.
Hey,
That's rude.
Yeah, that's rude right there. I don't know who you are, but you need to talk to Jesus.
They need Jesus. That's
let
right.
me say that they're on the council.
Okay, well, yeah, I can.
Well, then
figure
I
it out.
expect it.
Now I can't unsee it though. Every time
No,
I
that's
go by,
right.
Kelly and I going by.
There's
I see,
Joe.
There's Joe. There's Joe.
Thank you, Jameson.
Hey, what happened to the what happened to the?
The storm got it. Yeah,
Okay.
pulled the anchors out of the ground.
Everyone loved that
Oh
thing.
man, it was great. But I think you're getting another one. That one was just, I think it had 50 welds broken on it.
Wow.
So, we thought about trying to put it back together, but we just had it,
You don't halfway
maintained.
do anything.
No, we're not going to do that.
I heard it was the tallest ornament in
It was
Alabama.
the tallest ornament in Rainbow City. We actually can claim that we've got the largest indoor Christmas tree in Rainbow City.
It's beautiful.
Oh.
Yes.
It's stunning. It really is
It
beautiful.
is.
But
It's a pretty Christmas
If you
tree.
put the tree on top of City Hall.
Does it count?
Oh.
If it counts, we've got the tallest Christmas tree. We just have to move it.
It's fun. We're going to see my daughter
You guys.
last
I
night.
swear.
Actually, full disclosure, Kelly and I going. Daughter stole my Sam's Club card.
Sure.
Seems
I
right.
had to go
Sure.
get it.
Right.
And we're going in the water department on the big top of their crane. They have a hanging Christmas tree.
Saw that. It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is
I
cool.
thought it was
Yeah.
pretty cool. Heck yeah.
Well, happy 75th anniversary.
Oh yeah,
Birthday.
that's been, this year we've been celebrating kind of all year, and our drone show was really kind of the ode to the city. But then Mac Butler last night comes in. Mac's a big history guy, and and he kind of walked through the history of Rainbow City from being Owens Crossroads,
Mhm.
or I'm sorry, Morgan's Crossroads, and then into the Rainbow City thing, and we used to be called Coosa Bend. And but anyway, Mac, I've actually gotten a chance to walk through Old Harmony Cemetery with Betty Boyd,
Oh.
and Betty knows the history of this city it's a road map of this city. But if you ever get a chance to hem up with Betty Boyd and Mac Butler, and Mac was there that day, it's amazing how much history those guys are carrying with them, and we need to disseminate that information to our children.
He gave me a history lesson yesterday. I was in his office, and he was going over how that regular citizen was able to save the Declaration and all the. It was great.
That's right.
I didn't ask, but he told me.
Yep.
And he is again. I can't watch the movie National Treasure without thinking about Mac.
That's
Butler.
right. That's right.
I said if the Declaration of Independence ever comes up stolen,
Yeah.
Mac, you did. It's in your basement.
That's right. It's at his shop. There's no doubt about it. But Mac's he's good for the city.
So what's going on in Rainbow City you can't tell us about?
Oh man, there's so much that's going on that I can't tell you, but I'll
Thought
tell you
I'd
what
ask.
I'll tell you what I can. Yeah.
Okay, thought I'd ask.
Yeah. No, we're just moving forward. You know, everything's kind of growing. The Jacksonville State becoming a part of the Challenger Learning Center was an incredible opportunity for this city. And then you know, we're very close to finishing up on our recreation center. It looks like, you know, they're still telling us January, so they haven't moved off that date even with all the weather. And so we're extremely excited about that. We're already beginning to book some events that would start in about April. We know that we're going to have a regional gymnastics event at Z's Gymnastics. J.R. Zaring, he and I met just last week, and J.R. is going to bring that and look down the road. So we're excited. I mean, it is a really big building that's going to suit and fit our city.
And it was great seeing the Westbrook kids there.
Oh yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about Westbrook is, you know, they are our school. You know, they're, you know, a lot of mayors and councilmen and commissioners, they don't tend to want to embrace their private schools because they feel like they're selling out their public schools. I don't feel that way. I mean, you know, school choice is a thing. It's been here since Jesus was a know that going back and, you know, and people have made decisions as far as the education of their children. You know, I did a blended thing with my daughter. You know, she was a public school, then private school, then went back to public school to finish out. And, you know, it was just one of those things. But Westbrook decided to become a partner with Challenger. They're actually going to sponsor that STEM lab.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
Heck yeah.
But it's such a good thing to know that we're doing that public and private, and we're not trying to make any difference between the two. Same thing goes with a program that we're doing right now with our SROs. You know, we know that, you know, we have 600-700 kids at each one of our schools and 800 at our middle school, and you know, we know we've got to protect them. And he came to me and we were talking about SROs. This has been a couple of years ago. And I said, Camp, I want, after the incident over at Walnut Park in Gadsden, you know, after that incident where that guy had to be, you know, they had to kill that man because he was trying to hurt kids. And it was one of our police officers and the Gadsden police officer. And I said then, I wanted our people to be working in tandem, working as teams. And we're going to have that done by right after the first of the year. You'll see. Awesome. You'll see our SROs acting as teams together at each one of our schools. So a two-man team, you decide to come there, you've decided to sign your death warrant.
That's right. And what about Tim McKee?
Tim McKee, man, and that one really
killing it, isn't it?
I'd like to say it shocked me, but I've been following Tim's career his whole life. I mean, I can say that I'm the guy that brought Tim McKee to Rainbow City, and I worked with his dad, so he's a second generation firefighter. But what Tim has done at our fire department is create an absolute professional fire department. Yeah. We have so many ridiculously qualified people. But he got the ServPro First Responder of the Year. I didn't know about it. They did call and ask us to do a little bio, and I helped to write that up. But I wrote it up just based on my knowledge off the top of my head.
Well, we knew Randy didn't do it.
No doubt, no, because it wasn't AI.
Okay, guys.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Wait,
sorry, Randy.
Sorry, Randy. But no, I mean that's the thing is that we've got a fire chief that is he's a 3 qualified fire chief, and you know, in his disciplines he's a post qualified police officer, he's a nationally registered paramedic, and he's a state certified firefighter, and then has all of the executive work done. You know, he should be, at his age, he should be the chief of a 200, 300 man department, but he loves this community. Yeah. He loves Southside and Rainbow City, and that's the best part. You know, the other day he called me the morning of the Goodyear fire, and he called me and said, "Hey, we're taking care of everything south of 759 for the city of Gadsden. Just wanting to let you know." And I said, "That's fine." I said, "Do we need to bring people in?" He said, "I think I've got it." And you know. And I think what people don't understand is, like on Thanksgiving Day, he's a He's a good fire chief, but he's also a good people man. He cares about his department.
Yeah.
You know, on Thanksgiving Day, he worked the shift of Thanksgiving Day
Wow.
so that one of his other guys didn't, could be at home with their family. That's the kind of fire chief you got to have.
Right there.
That's leadership. That's right.
You guys sat down. I'll tell you what kind of leader you are. I said, hey, my youngest son is thinking about being a firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, well, let's bring him to City Hall.
That's
and
right.
you guys, you and Chief McKee sat down and spent about an hour with him, and just he walked out and he said, "Are they always like that?"
Yeah.
I said, "Always."
Yeah, he could have attacked hell with a water pistol after that.
He could have, son.
There's no doubt about it. And I think that's, but we owe that, we owe that as a career firefighter myself, and I believed in that work. I think it takes a special person to do that work and do it well. You've got some guys that'll float in and float out and think that they want to serve. They really don't want to serve. They just want to, wear red suspenders or something. I don't know what it is. But when you find out that that's your actual calling and you're choosing, I think that's, and you can see it in your son's eyes. I mean, he was into it, and we told him, 100 war stories, and he was on the edge of his seat the whole time. And I think you can see that. You can see that in a person, especially a young person, that they're deciding not to do the thing that actually is the easy route. Mm-hmm. They're deciding to take that road less traveled. Mm-hmm. Yep. Robert Frost. But anyway.
So Brett Tyler Smith said we're being selfish by not giving Joe Taylor a hat.
We have him a Coosa hat.
I mean, what is that? I brought these guys daggum hats from.
You did, and I love it. Hats. I keep mine in my truck. I wear that mug all the time.
Yeah, we went back and forth on sizes, and I was like, man, there's no doubt we can't downsize.
No, it's big headed boys.
There's some lugs up in here.
Yes.
Hey, Kent, it's a good question. Hey, because of all your experience in fighting fires all these years, kind of talk us through how serious the fire was at Goodyear.
Well, there's no doubt any fire is serious,
sure,
especially in an area that's that big and that well ventilated. Ventilation works in two different ways. You're trying to snuff the fire out, but also you're trying to find the fire at the same time. And you can do that with air. You put enough air to it, it'll show itself. You take it away, and it can smolder and give you problems later on. I've fought 2 fires in my career in the Banbury area of Goodyear. What people saw, there's hardly any way around that as far as the firefighters just being covered in lamp black. That place is filthy. I mean, it can never be cleaned up. I don't think in our lifetime or any 10 after us. But I think what they did is they made some tactical decisions. Was it serious? Yes. But they jumped on it. And the biggest thing over there is to cordon it off. Back it up into a corner.
Sure.
And the fire will go out. You just don't want to chase it around. And they did a good job in that. They brought some volunteers in to bring additional water supply. All of those things are tactical considerations that were done and done well. But I think what you find out is that there's a lot of chiefs that come to bear when you're dealing with that, and whether it's a volunteer chief or the full-time chief, which Vance Brown was the incident commander on that, I'm guessing. But you had Will Reed there. That's not only a fire chief, but the E911 director and formerly a full-time fire chief. You've just got a lot of minds there that were working to make sure things are tactically considered and done right. And it was a good result. But I can tell you that can be a bad result at any time.
Vance did a really good job on the interview with Fox 6, a little phone interview. I thought he was very precise, spoke very well, and could not praise his team enough.
Yeah. Well, and it gets down to that. That fire chief, when they leave, they don't have lamp black on. That's not their job. They're to stand back and see that 50,000 foot view of it, and if they'll stay out of the way and let their guys go to work, those guys will get it done. But I saw pictures of friends and guys that used to be on my fire truck that are now, officers that were leading men into that fire, and that's a proud moment for anybody that's ever got a chance to do that. So
last fire I remember you fighting was in Rainbow City.
Yeah,
and you just took over. And,
as a mayor, that
just strapped it up. That's the one that our first responder of the year said that I threatened to fire him, and I don't think I did. But he keeps saying that. I think
it was the heat of the moment.
Yeah, it was the heat of the moment.
It was.
Yeah, it was emotional.
And congratulations to Detective Sergeant Pale.
Detective Sergeant Pale, and Jared Pale is a different police officer. not only is he's ridiculously smart, and I don't say that about a lot of people because I compare him to Rachel, and most people are not that smart. But Jared is, and he loves this community. He's a track coach at Rainbow Middle School, works with Ray Cargill, and then on top of that, he goes down to the school and mentors kids. And almost every morning he's down there, high-fiving and dabbing those kids up, when they come into the school. Awesome. And that matters because you want to see, your seasoned police officers and law enforcement people, you want to see them in your schools because those kids need to grow accustomed to being around law and order. Yeah. And I think that they could not have picked a better guy on the law enforcement side than Jared Pelt. Then we had Alex Perez. Alex Perez was our firefighter, and Alex is a firefighter paramedic down at Station 2. Another extremely qualified guy that we were able to get and bring him back home. Lives here in Rainbow City, but was at Boaz, and we were able to bring him. Albertville, and we were able to bring him back home a few years ago. But has just continued to be the kind of guy that's just going to serve our community. And that's just how he sees it. But he is a highly qualified guy.
We had, speaking of your school, one of your schools, your high school that's in the city limits at Westbrook, very impressed with them. My wife texted me last week and said, "You never guess who's on the way down here." And they've done it for the last few years. Edge has helped them, but he wasn't there this time. She said I think there's 15 or 20 students from Westbrook sponsored children at Atala Elementary for Christmas.
Yes.
And I thought that is the coolest thing.
It really is.
I mean, they're working outside of their district and their school to go somewhere else. And I thought it was just special. And
I think we kind of get caught up, because we all tend to be a little churchy, and we look at that mission field as being in Taiwan or Zimbabwe or Chad. The truth is it's right across the street from us. It's right across the border from us, and I think having kids that come from one high school into another school system, takes away of some of that, the peer pressure or what you want to call just that pressure that students have now of believing that they're not as good or that they're, they are better than. I think it reduces and increases at the same time to create level. And that's what I think should be done. I mean, it's the reason that, if we hear about something bad in another city, our police officers and our fire department, our street department knows to call their connection in another city and offer that. That's and awesome. I'll tell you, a big part of that came from the first time that we had a bad storm. And the first call that I got was from Scott Reeves out in Hope.
Yeah, you talked
Scott
about it.
Never misses a chance to offer the help of his city
to
someone.
He's awesome. Such a good dude. Hey, great comment here. And Jeff, I'll let you get to Danny Starnes' question.
Okay.
It said, I lost it, but it was something to the regard of, hey, the school resource officer vehicle at Westbrook is awesome.
Yes. Yeah, and we're customizing each of our schools to have their branded SRO vehicle.
Okay. Yeah.
The one at Rainbow Middle School is one of the sharpest ones I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, we've seen it come down this road.
It's got
I don't know if
Panthers.
Westbrook or not. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, Westbrook's good too. It's got the warrior on the side of it. And it's very neat. And then we're getting ready to do one for John Jones, and so we're excited about that. That's kind of being in the planning right now. We leave that up to the chief, and they kind of get together and put some ideas together and figure out, what we're going to do to make those kids excited about seeing their SRO.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Jeff, and I'll say this too. It doesn't hurt for Westbrook recruiting when they send people to other school districts.
That's a fair point.
I'm just saying. Hey, Danny Starnes got a good comment or question.
Let me tell you what Brett Tyler Smith says, though, real quick. He says, Mayor, I need a building on top of City Hall to rent. Your first sleeve is on the house.
Oh, wow.
Make it happen.
That's something good to hear. I mean, with the way the skin's kind of turning out, it's probably good for me to cover it up. There's no doubt about it.
Right,
lot of years in the sun.
That's right. Danny Starnes. Any update on the mega site? Maybe cover the new signal on 77 finally?
Yeah, the signal on 77. Of course, we all know that when we plead for infrastructure upgrades, we go in directly to the seat of AlDOT. We get to go straight to Mr. Cooper and meet with him quarterly. I make my quarterly meeting. It's a high priority for me, and we get updates, and those updates come from. It's kind of a three-tiered thing. It's the conception and decision that you can have a job, which the Church Street project is one of those,
Sure.
and then it moves into planning and engineering. That takes a minute because you're actually looking at making sure that it's going to work and be functional, and then it moves into construction and final job. So those three things take just way too long. Now, I don't know how to streamline that. I think I could try, but the truth is that that's just the way the system works. But we know that in January the poles will be delivered, which, since COVID, and I hate to continue to blame anything on COVID, the supply chain management of metal products, especially power poles and control cabinets and switch gears and electrical and stuff like, HVAC, those things become problematic. Even in the case of our rec center, we ordered our air conditioning 14 months ahead for it to come in at the right time, and it barely did.
Wow.
But in January, that stuff will hit the ground. In February, they'll start the work. It's already been let and approved, and they'll have 90 days to complete.
Somebody just said, forget waiting on AlDOT. Just be like the Mayor Means in Atala and put up poles yourself. I guess they're referring to repairing the railroad track.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you something. It's horrid.
It's ridiculous.
It's horrible. And good on Mayor Means for stepping up and saying, you know what, we're going to do something. And they stopped them, but it was bad.
Can you see Larry out there with some quick creek?
Oh my gosh. Man, I went
over
over it the other day. I drove my wife to work, and normally I don't, but we were going to the state championship game, so we drove her car, and I hit that in that little bitty old car.
You break a car.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Well, and I think the thing about Larry is if he didn't do anything, he brought attention to it.
Sure.
And everybody if you're in municipal government, 48 hours, one group that you're not going to argue or fight with is the railroad.
Yeah.
You're not going to win with the railroad.
Nope.
And that's not me. I'm not disparaging the railroad.
No.
I mean, we need the railroad. We need them. One of our greatest partners in the near mega site is Norfolk Southern. But the truth is they run on a totally different set of rules.
Oh my gosh.
And those rules are very advantageous to the railroad. But there's no doubt Larry stepped out there and went and took care of his people, because the truth is, when somebody hits a bad railroad track, they don't think railroad, they think the mayor.
That's right.
And
They
so,
do.
Larry did the right thing. He went out there and he brought attention to it. He created a social media frenzy. And Larry doesn't do very many of those, because he'll tell you he doesn't do social media. He shouldn't do social media.
He does.
He
says
does,
that.
but he should not. But
Or text after 10:30.
Exactly. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Larry, you need to take his phone from him. That's what you need to do.
You got to pull that phone. Yeah.
Let's see.
But I guess the other part of that question from Danny was about the near mega site.
Yeah.
We're always, or let me say, in the last year and a half, since the change of the administration, it cooled down for a minute. And when I say cool down, it's the people that are asking for information.
Yeah.
And then we begin to get requests for information. Now that's happening all the time now. Anything that's going to happen to that mega site is going to put us under NDA that I wouldn't be able to say even that much about.
Sure.
But
that makes sense.
And we stay under NDA almost all the time when it comes to that site. But I was fortunate enough to be able to go to DC with our county commissioners and the county CAO, Chief Administrative Officer Shane Ellison, and we were able to go and ask for some funding, for that interstate access, and we know that's moving in the right direction. We hope that we would get that funding in alignment with the building out of that of the near mega site by a tenant. So all of that stuff, if it could work out, would be a true perfect storm for this region and change everything about every household in this area. would be affected by that.
Shane made a comment one time I thought was great. He said the pressure really went off of him once Joey Statham got elected.
Took
Take that for what it's worth.
Shane, I'm going to text you
away.
today, so
Yeah.
we'll put some pressure back on you. Another person says, going back to the red light, where exactly is that going to be at, Mayor?
It'll be at the end of Church Street on 77, and what it'll allow is for us to reduce pressure on that intersection. If you think about it like a pop-off valve on a water heater, instead of going down into the intersection, if you don't have need to continue going towards Riddles Bend and St. Clair County, or turning and going to Attala, you would be able to turn on Church Street, make a left-hand turn at a signal there at Sutton Bridge and Church Street, and you would turn there and be able to go down to the end of Church to Highway 77 and turn left legally. We know that you all from Southside make that left illegal, but or not
Jerry.
all of you. I mean, just 75%.
I don't go to Southside.
But what we'll do is create an acceleration lane to allow you to be able to get back into traffic,
Awesome.
and it closes off some of the traffic that would be coming out of Sherwood Knolls that right now is in a very dangerous
Yeah.
Oh, my
situation.
gosh, that's a
And,
fact. Yeah.
I do go to Little Bridge though.
True.
Meatloaf Monday.
Hey, that's Will Spot, man. We had he turned 18 and he said, "I want Little Bridge."
Hey, Blake Haven says the studio looks good.
Thanks, buddy.
He fought the fire, right? Was he in? Was
Yes,
Blake?
that's
Sure.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
This guy's a firefighter.
He's
That
a
is-
good dude.
Dude,
He is a good
he
one.
fought the fire with a automatic weapon strapped to his back.
That's
I mean,
right.
He's
yeah.
SWAT.
He's
Yeah, he had to
another
be
one
able
that
to
can,
just-
you know, he's a two discipline guy, maybe three. I mean,
Probably.
there's just not a lot of those guys that police, fire, and medic.
Yeah.
He's an overachiever.
Yeah,
he's
he's
overachieving.
taking classes. Dude is just.
I don't like good
Well, I
looking
mean,
He's
people.
putting out
tall and-
kids,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
good looking
yeah.
dude.
He's not the guy you want to stand next to when they're
He-
doing like one
Somebody
of those
said he looks
action
like young
photos.
Tom Selleck.
Is
I can see that a little
Is that
bit.
why you got Randy Weiss next to you in your
Always.
pictures?
Hey,
Now it makes sense.
you don't think he's smart?
Yeah.
That's a smart man.
So who was the city council person of the year?
City council person of the year.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't think we gave one this year
That's hurtful.
because
Sad.
it would have been so hard to do that.
It's hurt. No, it was
Jerry could pick
It was
it.
an easy one. It was easy.
Pick it.
Pick one, Jerry.
She's retiring.
She's retired.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that
Come
one,
on.
that
You
is,
had
that's,
to, Bob.
that's cake right there.
Well,
Jerry
Jerry likes
could,
cake.
You could
Yeah.
give it her, and everybody
No
would
one-
be,
no
everybody
one
be
would
happy
be
about
upset.
it.
That's right.
Not
There's
even
there's
Randy
no
would be
doubt
upset.
about that. So I would go ahead and say it was Anita Bedwell.
You heard it here first.
There you go. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Come
Thank
to
you,
the studio
Anita.
and get your prize.
Thank you for your service.
So now since you are the official mayor of Coosa Christian High School, congratulations on the state championship.
Thank you.
Yes.
What about that?
Woo!
What about that?
Heck yeah.
You know, we've had a lot of conversation about Coosa and where they were going and you know, what were their chances. And you've stuck by it if they could get by that one game, and they
Yeah.
did, and that they would be the state champions. And that was a thrilling thing.
18 kids playing, really.
That's insane. It's insane.
Incredible. Hey, and Lynette class team
They are.
got some dudes,
Yeah.
some absolute units on that team.
You don't think 21 is playing
he's playing
big time college ball?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it was the best game of the Super 7.
Oh,
No.
wow.
Yeah,
Without
it was fantastic. I know you were at JSU.
I was. I didn't get a chance to come down. I had an opportunity to go to JSU and
Good opportunity.
it was a great opportunity. Yeah, it wasn't a bad spot to be in, but we got over there and had a really good time. Kind of felt like it was going to pull that thing out. You know, believe it or not, Rachel's a football fan.
Sure, she's from Italian.
And that's right. Well, that makes sense. But she's superstitious. And the times before that we'd gone over with the president and state, you know, and like watch the game with him, we would sit in certain seats. And I'm superstitious too. And we had come in and there were some people in our seats, or what we considered
Sure, your
our
seat.
superstitious seats.
Mhm.
And Rachel said, "Do we want to go? Where are we going to go? What are we going to do here?" You know, because it wasn't going to work out for them to win. And finally, at the very end, I was at one end of the suite, and she was at the total other end, trying to bring back that luck. Well, we go ahead, and at the very end, she walks directly up to me and said, "If you would have moved down, they would have won."
it's on you.
It was on me, and I thought, "You're not going to put this on me," but she did anyway. But
And again, Jerry Ramsey, also sponsor of Coosa Christian. He is
That's
the
right.
city council person for Coosa Christian.
That's
School.
right.
Yep.
And I think that's one of the sleepers on our on our council right now is that I don't mean that he's
He
laying
sleeps.
down. He's
I can see that.
He's a quiet member of that council, but I can tell you what he's done. He cares about the community. He really cares about kids.
He does.
And he works out there for nothing. So many hours of the week.
Yeah.
It's insane. I would imagine he works in his profession or in his volunteer work as much as he does in his profession, which is taking money out of his own pocket.
I'm going to say probably more because I know a couple of times he's been asleep at his day job.
Easy. Right now he's watching.
He's
watching the Mayor Joe Taylor show right now.
That's right.
Hey, let's take care of your boss right there. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
But that's true. Jerry's he's going to work it out with us. We've already found out that he's got a sense of humor in there. He's quiet, but when he pops one out, it hits you right between the eyes.
He's one of those guys that learns, right? He's sitting back up, observing. He's learning.
He's studying right now, and we're in some really cool things right now. We just approved some grant money that's coming into the city where we had to do a match. And, and when you come in as a new person, you're always worried about balancing the books. And, the other council members know I'm going to take care of the money. I'm going to make sure that we're doing things in the most fiduciary fashion that we possibly can and financially sound. But last night when we passed a couple of the motions that were spending money, there's that little delay, and Jerry's it's like takes a breath, and also his vote comes first.
Oh, he's placed one.
That's right. He's placed one. Yeah. So when we do that, we're kind of putting him under some pressure because awesome. He's like looking around to see, is this a yes or a no? I don't know what to do.
Everybody needs to stare at him.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We just turn
and when he votes, go
really put the pressure on him. Yeah.
Is he in that squeaky chair? Y'all got him with that yet?
Actually, he's in the chair that would rise up and down.
Oh yeah.
But he's the lightest of our council members, so it's not tricking him. It's not getting it.
So funny. Speaking of your councilman, I got a Christmas card from the Jameson's family.
Oh yeah,
right. It's very nice, and Kelly puts it on the refrigerator. Yeah. And it just so happened when she put it, Jameson was covered up.
Right. Thank goodness.
And I'm like, obviously my wife would never do that on purpose, but I'm like,
well, that magnet may have moved over there and did that for you.
It could have. It was like, Claire and the baby's right there. And
let's be honest. Do we want to see a picture of Jameson
when
we wake up in the middle of the night?
Jerry did.
I'm on a diet plan, so going to the refrigerator at 2 a.m.
that'll cut it out.
Oh God, I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, there's not a chicken leg in there. Then.
Kevin Stevens, yes, I showed my kids my championship ring. Thank you very much. I sure did. He says, have you shown off your championship ring? We won the Christian State Championship for whatever association that was in many years ago, and in high school football at Coosa and in baseball, same years. So it's pretty cool. Cool. Danny Starn says he lived next door to a man in charge at Norfolk for 20 years. Screw around and you'll be in jail.
Railroad don't play.
Railroad don't play. I'm telling you, they have a pass when it comes. And quite honestly, I mean, I guess to be the devil's advocate, you have to do that. This country will not run without truck drivers and railroad. And so those people need to be protected almost at all costs.
Jerry says he's going to bring his own chair. I'm bringing my own chair.
Yeah.
He'll be one of those gaming chairs with the high back and stuff.
We really need to get him and Jameson a booster seat.
My wife said he walked into school the other day and just cold smooth, just taking laptops like the assistant principal. She said, Jerry came in and confiscated my laptop. But anyway, he was fixing it.
Windows 11.
Yeah,
it's an update.
Just an update.
Hey, let's talk about, if we can, it was a great holiday event at City Hall again. The Christmas event there.
It was.
We went there early before any of the council members were there, thankfully. Yep. And it was a fun event. It
was a good time. We started that. It was years and years ago, but we started with Gold City, and then they had a scheduling thing, and then we had to do a cancellation, which would have knocked them out anyway. Oh, and but we were able to have Southside High School band that was blended with the Rainbow Middle School band, and so those guys got to play together, which I thought that was probably one of the coolest
It
things
was.
of the night. And then we have our Joyful Juniors from John Jones, and those kids come out there and really put on a show. And I'm just thankful for their leadership. But it was a night of being able to really just celebrate our kids. Santa Claus came to town. That was a good time. And
he's busy. He's hard to get.
absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think people know that you've got to have connection with Santa Claus.
Well,
and I have that connection. Yeah,
That brother didn't get no middle of a mall Santa Claus. He got the real
No,
deal.
That's
It
right.
was-
This is the real Santa Claus. I mean, this dude. He's
Then
got,
that Saturday, what a great event too.
oh yeah. And we talked a little bit about that last night at our council meeting. But Andy Hughes. I brag on Andy way too much, but Andy is the guy that literally puts our community market on. And our community market is different. They get together before they start, and they have a school circle and pray, and they're praying to help people, to reach people. And I think if you go to our market, you feel that. They had 21 vendors. I think that was the number he gave me yesterday. 21 vendors, and most of them, of course, the ones that are selling the doodads and stuff like that are not going to sell out. But all of our food vendors sell out.
And doodads.
Doodads, yeah, or tchotchkes or whatever you want to call them. Things that that you put in a little box, and 25 years from now you carry it to Goodwill. Those are things
That's rooted in
That's
something.
he was kidding.
So funny. Kelly and I were going to, she's beelines to the coffee truck, right? We got to hit 3 o'clock.
Gotta get that.
We're standing there, and there's some traffic trying to come up, and then here comes Andy. Says, "Jerry, I'm sorry, I got to put a vendor right where you're standing." He was just
That's right.
He was just working,
putting the pieces together, man. And
it was
it
good.
is.
That's awesome.
It's a game of chess when he gets there, and he puts all of that stuff together. But I think he told me, he said, as of right, this was at the end, Rachel and I pulled through, and he was finishing up, and he said, as of right now, we're not having one next year. He said, give me a couple of days.
You're right.
And it's all because, I don't think people understand the planning that it takes to put 21 vendors in that small of a space and make sure that they all are not really tearing each other up, because you do have a lot of the common vendors. You have a lot of people that do the printing, the laser printing stuff, whatever that's called, 3D printing. And then you have the food vendors, the people that do bread. All of the bread got sold, which is kind of amazing to me. I'm not a big bread eater, but they just put it all together, and it's sold out, and then they kind of pack up or hang around and help other people pack up and leave. It's a cool environment.
He never stops moving.
No, he's wide open.
Yeah.
He didn't have his hat on.
He didn't have his hat on,
which worried
I didn't
me.
recognize him to begin with.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on there because he wears that floppy brim.
So the market does it continue through the winter?
It does not.
Okay.
We finish it up, and then he brings it back. I think the 1st of April.
Okay.
Sometime in April, we start bringing it back a little bit more limited, and then we hit 3 days a week. Right when the vegetables start coming in, which is I think about late May.
Miss Helms, Andrea Helms, says, just tuning in. Thank you for supporting Coosa, Mayor Taylor. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I love Coosa Christian.
The hoodie she put together looks so good.
They do look good. Yeah. They're cool looking.
Yeah.
Now, well, how did you get yours highlighted? Your name on the back highlighted.
That's weird.
Everybody else is in white, and yours is gold.
It's all about that. I mean, it's at some point you're gonna have to give over to that, Jerry.
Where's Cody
He can't.
Lester been? He's finally. He said he has to go back and watch. I haven't seen Cody comment in a while.
Well, Cody's at work. I mean, and
That's new.
and look, I said this again last night at our. We've been doing a road rebuild on Pierman Lake Road, and and we've had to take about 5 or 6 feet out of thousands of feet of that road where it had base failure, and it's just where years and years of wear and tear, and not a lot of good maintenance, and we tried to go in and kind of, I hate to say this, we tried to kind of smear over it. We didn't do enough, and instead of allowing that to become another eyesore for our city. Joel Garman in planning, just a brilliant mind when it comes to the construction of roads and that kind of thing. Joel came in and said, Mayor, we need to tear it out. And I said, well, go tear it out. And so Cody and Brent and all the guys at the street department did that work. And then we hired a contractor to come in and lay the surface. And I think they They're either finishing the service today or finished yesterday.
Yeah.
And so now that road is ready to go. And those neighbors who have been long suffering, I mean, to the point where they put signs up on the road telling people that they needed to tighten up their bra straps or they were going to be in trouble riding this road. And they think, I think
You
people
leave Randy
think,
Weiss out of this.
Oh my gosh.
I think people
That's
think
true.
that that's going to upset me, but I thought it was hilarious.
That's pretty
I sent her an instant message or a little side message and told her, I said, hey, that's funny. I don't care who
Andre
you
said
are.
it's because you're the best dressed, looking sharp, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Always
it.
You already got the check now. Why are you sucking up?
Yeah,
Rachel
no kidding.
dresses him.
No kidding.
There's no
I will
question.
say this now. That's our agreement. Rachel's got the best gig financially in the world. She does well on her own. She doesn't need me, but I cover everything except my cleaning and the groceries. That chick has got the best financial deal.
Hey.
So she can now.
You said
You
she was
start needing a
brilliant.
little money. Rachel can wheel you a little money. She can peel a little off the stack. She's doggone sure putting it back.
That's
Cody
awesome.
says finishing it today. Cody
I'll
said.
finishing today. Thank you, Cody.
Thank you,
I
Cody.
appreciate it. Thank you for.
Danny Starn says his neighbor from Norfolk Southern says his response to bad railroad crossings is, quote, call the mayor and ask him why he put a road across my tracks.
That is
That's
true.
a standard. Yeah,
That
that's
is a standard answer.
Yeah, for sure.
These people.
It's funny. I
That's
wish
great.
they had an overpass over there. It's that's
yeah.
that's kind of what's required now when it comes to railroad crossings is you need to have that. It's so costly, and the strike point would be past Highway 11. And so then it creates almost like a little clover leaf there, and
Yeah.
probably would hurt businesses on those corners. I don't know that there's an answer to that. You can't move that railroad track. It's on its long line there.
Yeah.
I get so frustrated with the people of Tala who know there's a great possibility there's going to be a train there.
Yeah.
Go the other way.
Just go to the viaduct. Go under the viaduct. Yeah.
It's simple, but you still got the same people who just want to complain.
All right.
So they go anyway, hoping to take a picture and post and complain
Right.
about it.
Oh, yeah.
Take your
Especially one.
go the other way.
Well, I think
Especially
every community has,
Mhm.
they call
Yeah.
them the cave people, Citizens Against Virtually Everything.
Mm.
And if everybody's got a few
Sure.
of those. I mean, I have a few even here, not very many, luckily.
They live in
but
the country club.
they're just close by.
Oh.
But I think if you look at the way things are going right now, just in this area, there's a lot of public leadership right now
Sure.
that's getting their work done, and this region is growing. Of course, our city is growing, in financial ability, also in population. Our ability to go out and get your tax money and return it back, just in the last, I guess, 3 months maybe, we've brought somewhere around $3.5 million of taxpayer money that would not be coming into the city is back here, and obviously somebody just made a statement on there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's hear that.
Uh-huh. Sure. We'll show you.
I'm going to pass.
We'll show
Okay.
you. We'll show you.
I'd like to hear it.
Oh, you will. She says, Andrea Helms says, don't let Jet Helms hear this, that you're the best dressed, because Jet be dressing.
Does he
Oh, he got the drip.
Okay.
Little Jazz got the
Man.
drip.
I'm okay with that now.
I mean, I saw
somebody's
him-
got to take my
I
place.
saw him
one day.
warming up for one of the things the other day, or
Yeah.
she had posted, dude, his warm up gear?
Oh yeah, is it there?
What?
Dude, he got to play third base the other day.
Really?
Down in Birmingham. He was just gunning.
He was
people.
scooping it?
Yeah.
Gunning people, man.
Man.
Like he throw it and do this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh.
there's a little something in there. But I'll work it out. I'll
He's
work it
doing
out.
it. He gets that from his daddy.
That's
That's
He
funny.
gets that because his daddy's from a tower.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
That's
Ah,
awesome.
Okay. Want to say thank you to our sponsors that make this show possible with Mayor Taylor every single week. You guys are awesome. Picnic at River Rock Landing Resort and
You ain't
Venue.
there yet?
I have. It's good. It
Yeah.
count, and that's the thing about these little restaurants, man. We've got so many mom and pops
Yeah.
that you should be showing up to.
Oh, yeah.
That's one. Union Jack's another.
Oh,
The place over in
would you
Attala.
shut up about Union Jackson? It's crowded enough as it is.
Oh,
I don't need
no-
to bring
no
more people
kidding.
in.
Yeah, we have to be careful there. The place, the cupboard. I don't know what it's called now. It used to be the cupboard.
Everybody knows it as the cover.
The cupboard.
Oh, in
yeah,
Attala?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
That
But Terry
place
was
is great.
Did
You know the
she's
place,
out
the little place over in East Gadsden. Steak Express.
Oh,
I've heard
I'm
great
telling you,
things.
you're
We got to go
missing-
there.
I've eaten
You're
there.
missing
I've eaten
there.
there a billion times.
Really?
Oh, it's
So you like
great.
it? Is
I
it it's
do. I
good?
always get the steak sandwich and the fries.
Okay.
That's the
Rib-
go-to.
ribeye
right?
steak.
Are
Ribeye
the
steak
fries
sandwich.
crispy?
Yeah.
They're steak.
steak
fries.
Oh, they're like the old
they're
Quincy's?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
exactly what they are.
They're count,
and
man.
they're from
Bro.
Jerusalem or
Lebanon.
Lebanon. Too,
Oh,
but
okay.
They always have these homemade little tchotchkes or
Yeah.
whatever sitting in there.
Yeah.
It's really, I can't believe you never ate
Place is
there.
good.
I haven't.
Do yourself a favor though. Call the order in.
Steve Smith always, or Steve Stewart always
Steve
eats
Stewart.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Always call it in and pick
So
it
we
up.
need to run one out in Hopes Bluff. It's going to be Julio's. Julio's, whatever
man,
you want to call
that's
that.
my
That place
spot.
is good.
Yeah.
The little Chinese place next to it's really good.
It actually is really good.
Very good.
You know what's everybody's sleeping on? That's salads to go.
Their wings are good.
Yeah, salads to go.
That's good.
That's right. That's a good
Let me
one.
tell you about a sponsor who's not a sponsor anymore, but they were a sponsor just for the Coosa.
They do still have
football.
wings, right?
Look.
Yep.
Speaking of wings, their Saturday special,
Mhm.
Decks and Docks up in Leesburg.
Yeah,
yeah.
count.
Bro, you
So
get,
you like it.
Kelly and I went up, and I'm a wing connoisseur, right?
Yeah.
I'm very serious with my wings. It's the smaller wings. It's not the ones that's
Right.
Yeah.
been on
Yeah.
steroids for
That's
6
right.
years.
I don't need a chicken.
You
that
flats?
I'm a flat guy,
You flat?
right? But
Yeah.
but even those those drums are good. And
Yeah.
so here's the special: 50 wings, fries or chips,
Yeah.
for $40.
That's a good deal.
That's a very good deal.
But now
Unbelievable.
look,
Wow.
And you can get up to 5 flavors.
we can't control traffic at Wingstop.
Oh,
And
I got
this,
to figure it
this
out.
is
I'm telling
awful.
I got to figure it out.
Yeah, you're
I gotta
calling.
figure it out.
You got to.
I got the app.
Oh, dude.
And I've never been, people
they
have
run
never
a deal
been
on that
more,
app.
more pissed off at me.
Yeah.
30 people outside.
And you're walking in.
I just walked right in. I wasn't in there for 30 seconds, and I got my order walking. I walked out like I was Joe Taylor.
Yeah, see, that's vulgar.
Yeah, man. It
That's
was,
vulgar. You can't
look,
do that.
here's the look. I didn't even park. I stopped my car
Oh,
right
just
there.
pull up.
I didn't even put, I just stopped right in the middle of the road. I'm blocking public traffic
I like it.
because I knew I'm walking in.
That's right.
And
And you're right
it
back
is.
out with it.
It was great. It,
Yeah.
it was the most epic.
But their
Joe
food's
Taylor.
great.
It's really good.
So they're killing it.
Oh,
Unbelievable. There
That's
it is.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually
Look that up,
just crazy how this, which we knew it was coming. I mean, I told them, I said, you don't have enough store.
Yeah.
You need to sit down. And I think they're probably going to have to make that decision soon. Because,
Quick.
buddy,
Hey,
they
you
are
may need
Come
to
to get
put
my
a vest
people.
on and a gun.
my people right there. That's it. They're going.
Only
Hand
thing
up
they needed.
accountability.
Only thing it needed was a little fake soot.
Yeah, I mean,
That would have.
yeah,
That would have.
would have been great.
That would have been epic.
Wow. This is wow.
Fall apart. Isn't it?
I mean,
Hey,
to
it's,
tell you.
it's that season. Yeah, it's Christmas.
Oh,
Hey, and again,
And give everybody something.
thank you so much
Right.
for having Wes Allen on. And
Oh, yeah.
Now he's texting and messaging. Dude's one of us.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
Wes Allen is a good guy.
Yeah, he's one
I
of
mean,
us.
he's solid. He came from the trenches. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But if you take all of his athletic work or whatever and just set that aside and
Sure.
look at what he's done in public service,
Yeah.
been a probate judge. That's where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
He's helped and saved families in that job, moved into the legislature where he was passing law, moved to the Secretary of State's office where he absolutely cleaned up our election processes and our business processes too.
Right.
And then now going to be the chief legislator, for the Senate. I believe in him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't kind of grab hold of everybody that runs by and show them around town. Wes Allen's one of those people that I think can change the state of Alabama and I guess continue to move it forward because we are in an upward trajectory right now.
He's a dude.
He's a good one. He's
And
solid.
and he's voted his whole life.
Yeah, that's
Someone
right.
told me that.
That's right.
So, pressure to vote and everything.
And he can throw a spiral. I mean,
He can?
There's that.
Huh.
AJ can't.
I can't. But
I heard he could catch a spiral.
yeah, there's no doubt about
Mhm.
that. I think the dude's probably can still run.
You think? He looks like he
like he
does.
could run,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he does.
Kind of one of those guys that makes you
He's
sick.
another
He
one
just-
of those
oh,
guys that's got that, he's got that little small waist and he's
Yeah.
running about a 38, 39 jacket. And
Yeah.
you gotta hate those people.
Golly. I mean, but never mind. I was going to talk about a picture that's on y'all's. Never mind. Let me just
Okay,
move
let's
on. Let me
move
just
on.
move on.
Yeah.
This show's sponsored
So
by
are y'all not
Excelsior.
gonna bust out on whoever it was that was busting out on me?
Nobody bust out on no.
Okay,
No.
all
We
right.
wouldn't even let that happen.
No, we
People
I
are-
just got paranoid off.
Are talking about all their places they like to eat, all these different places. Kevin Stevens says that Wingstop's going to have to definitely have a bigger location.
That's right. Yeah. if not a bigger parking lot.
Right. Oh,
I mean, good grief. But I got to give one down to Southside. I mean, that what's it, KJ's? Or what's the place on the right?
Right next to Taco Bell.
Yeah, the hamburger, their hamburgers and
KJ's
their
or
wings.
CJ? What is it?
No, CJ's is a crap.
JR's.
I think you're right. I think it's probably
JR's.
Yeah, it's initials, and that'll get you around in Southside. Call anybody about their initials. But
it's Old Smiley's, isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't that
Old Smiley,
old gas station there?
But that place has got great wings. And they're the right size too. They're not the big overgrown ones that look like.
I know Publix is upset because they hadn't sold no wings out of their deli since.
That's funny. Yeah.
No one's getting the Mojo wings.
AJ, as Cody said.
AJ's. There you go. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Alabama Pizza Company is legit. We stopped in there 2 Wednesday nights ago. It was awesome. Yeah. And we saw Daryl McCarver. You got to watch who you let come in your doors. But other than
that, I sent my wife in there a couple weeks ago to get the special, and we both eat off the one special. The pizza's huge. Like, it's like half a pizza just for the $8 special.
That's right.
But she had a coffee tiramisu. Bro, like it tastes like coffee.
Their cannoli is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But Andre is on TikTok.
He tasted himself. Do you see that?
Dude's on TikTok.
He's so funny.
And he's got a crazy mad following on TikTok. But I'll watch it. Like if Rachel's in Publix or whatever, I'm going to throw Andre on just so that I can, just give him a shout out, And
he was doing a live when we were in there.
With some music going, it's cool.
The first time I was in there, I didn't know all that, So all of a sudden he starts singing and throwing stuff up in the air. What does this do?
Yeah, that's right.
And they said, he's on TikTok. He just did one with the Grinch. I thought was pretty good. It was good. People are going
and you got the taco places coming. The drive-through taco
Cilantro's
that's coming. They've got it painted now, so I'm sure they're getting close, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're moving on, and that's a good local group, that's doing that. So we're excited about that. We like to have the name brands, but you also want your mom and pop.
Yes, sure.
Because I think that's the part where everybody says we don't need another QSR, quick service restaurant. Let me go ahead and clear something up right now. The reason that they build is because they make money. Sure. Now, in an area like us where we are no longer the hamburger county that we used to be, where all you could afford in this county on your wages was a hamburger. Right. Things have gotten better in Etowah County. We have a lot more diversity in our food. Sure. We've got almost every ethnic group covered. We're about to get an Indian food restaurant. So, if you like curry, if you like, that kind of stuff, lamb and the spicy food or the other Indian food, and I can't really call the names of it. I know I like it. And they'll throw you some anybody that'll put your meat on top of rice.
That's the Thai food.
Yeah, the Thai food. Katie Thai. I'll give Katie Thai a shout out. That place can do it up.
And contrary to popular belief, not every dish is so spicy you can't eat it.
Right. That's right.
They just say, it's spicy. It's Thai food. It's unbelievably spicy. They have that.
That's right.
Oh, they'll set you on fire.
Yeah, Ellen went up there the other day to get a gift certificate for one of their staff members. That was their favorite place to eat.
Yeah.
She said they open at 5. She got there and she said, Jeff, there was a line.
Yes.
Standing down that little sidewalk.
It's good.
Really?
Oh man, that's real good.
We used to plan our trip.
Their pad thai is the best.
We're going to Paul's, right?
Yeah.
You got to get some meat cut up. Then we hit Katie Thai's,
yeah.
And that used to be the way it is. Breaking Bread food truck.
Yes.
Stop smoking everything, Jason.
No,
I heard he's doing better.
Leave him alone on that. On that chicken.
He was here Sunday. We was messing with him.
Yeah.
His smoked chicken.
Look, he texted me Sunday morning. He said, I know I'm a sinner, but why'd you lock the door on me?
Yeah,
he's trying to get to church.
Y'all had him locked out.
That brother showed up 40 minutes late.
Oh, God, it was so funny, man. It was good to have him. So anything in closing, Mr. Mayor?
No, I think everything's moving along. I mean, we're moving toward our Christmas holidays. There's just always something to do. I have to say this about our churches, there's a lot of nonprofits that have been kind of pushed out and left out, sure. For whatever reasons they are, in other cities, not in this one. Mm-hmm. But our churches have picked up and kind of started running with that baton in a way that I'm just thrilled about, because, I do know that government is here to provide services, but our churches are here to feed the people,
Amen.
and I'm thrilled to know that, and it's always good to find out that that we're doing for our own.
That's right.
And I don't mean that that our own is just inside Rainbow City. I mean, you
Right.
guys are feeding people all over this region, this area, and I just think that if you've got an opportunity this year to put one thing in your Christmas stocking, put giving in there.
That's right.
Find a way to give and find a way to be that trusted servant, of God. And I think it would be great if you could do that. And go ahead and hit that tithe too. I mean, you throw that thing in there. That Lottie Moon's not going to go away.
The Lottie Moon.
I mean,
Lottie Moon.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
know.
old school, baby.
Straight up.
Yes.
Yeah, at Meadowbrook, they've got this drop down list, which I'll be honest with you, I never thought I would tithe or give based on an app, but they put this app in place, and I'm very thankful for it. And shout out to Randy Gunner.
I bet Randy's
But-
thankful for it.
Oh yeah, well that thing starts.
Especially when he's in Belize.
You drop that baby down, and it's got Lottie Moon in there.
Come on.
Well, last week or a few weeks ago, that thing shows up, and all of a sudden Kathleen Mallory's on there.
Oh.
Well, I'm thinking Kathleen, she got killed in a car wreck or something. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know that was a mission thing.
Yeah.
And I was at dinner with and I said, man, who's Kathleen Mallory? I gave some money to that today, and they were like, man, that's a mission thing. I'm like, well, all right then. I feel a lot better about it. I was sad for the Mallory family
He's
there
like,
for a minute.
He's like, do I have to go attend
Yeah.
at a funeral?
That
Yeah.
is awesome.
Because I was like feeling bad for the Moons and the Mallorys.
Hey, great question here. On your next show, can you bring your wife in to talk about the credit union?
Yeah.
I sure will. Be glad to, and they'll be glad to come. As a matter of fact, we'll grab a couple of them. We may bring Hattie with us.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
I just need to hear. I need to hear
Yeah.
the interaction
Yeah.
between you
Yeah,
two.
we're just
That's
going
what
to
I
back
need.
up, let it ride.
Yeah, we'll just host that. Show.
That's
It's
right.
okay.
Dex and Doc's restaurant's on.
Yeah.
They say good morning.
Hey, there's no doubt Dex and Doc's got some.
He just
That's
talked
a
about you
part
guys
of the
a minute ago.
gallivanting. Rachel and I'll try to get out and, we'll get in a Jeep or in her
Yeah.
car and take off and just go wherever we're
Yeah.
going to go. And that kind of becomes our date day where people can't find us. But Dex and Doc's is regular.
So
Yeah.
we
Gotta roll in
again.
there.
We talked about. We went and got those wings, and now they have these domes set up on their outside tables over the
Okay.
water with
Nice.
heaters.
Come on.
And so now my wife
Nice.
wants me to take her up there for a
Yeah.
date night to get inside the heated dome and
Yeah.
look at the water.
Well,
and,
don't miss out on that shrimp dinner or that shrimp basket they
Well,
got.
we're going to because my wife's allergic. And
Oh.
it'll kill her.
Yeah, we don't want to kill her. They
So
got-
Abigail-
Yeah,
Jared's
Jared's
gonna
going to rub
let's
it on
not
his
do it.
lips.
yeah.
Kiss me, girl.
Yeah. You don't want to kill her in a dome.
No.
He's going to
Oh.
text. He's texting Mutual Savings. Is my insurance policy
Is
good?
that policy good?
How's my
So-
policy?
so
How's my
we're-
policy?
So we're going to go up there and date night with Abigail Yates.
Yes.
Have you met her, the owner?
I've met her one time, and I think it was actually at the credit union.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't met her.
I watched her
but we
video
messaged.
when
She's so
when
funny.
the Coke debacle, and she said, "Toss me a Coke," and they threw her a Pepsi.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's
Pretty
gangster,
gangster,
man.
yeah.
They kicked Coke out because
Yeah.
they screwed her over, to be honest with
Okay.
you. But Buffalo Rock came in strong.
Roll in there strong.
Yeah, man.
That's
Owens
awesome.
took care of him. Awesome.
All right,
So heck
guys.
yeah.
Yep.
So we've settled. The credit union will be with Joe Taylor next show.
That's right.
All right,
Rachel,
guys.
put that on your calendar
She ain't watching.
and put it on our calendar. She'll watch it this afternoon.
She'll go back and watch.
She
it.
can't. I mean, why? You got to understand. She's not gonna miss an opportunity to see her man up here.
Hey,
Saying it.
hey.
Just saying.
By the way, Tim Crow, we love you, buddy. He's watching,
sir.
praying for you.
Yeah.
He's been struggling, buddy. He's been in the hospital longer. More
He tried to get out of the hospital,
Yeah.
go fight the fire. That's
Yeah.
Oh
what
wow.
Tim-
But
I can believe that.
He's home now, so
Good to hear.